Coverage of the recovery now here in Little Rock. We're going to turn it over to meteorologist Skot Covert now for an update where he is. Scott, what are you looking at this morning? Obviously, West Little Rock, one of the hardest hit areas yesterday.
Certainly, as the sun has risen, we're now getting another look at just how devastating things are here in West Little Rock. For some context of where we're at, Rodney Parham is just in front of me, the Kroger in the Colony West Shopping Center to my right, and then this community here now beginning to pick up the pieces. A lot of folks are starting to wake up. Those that were able to stay in their homes last night, very few of them, they're now starting to survey the damage, just trying to figure out where do you even begin. Once the sun risen, we started hearing chainsaws, as you can probably hear in the background, all over the community. Now, most of these homes, dare I say, totally destroyed. Certainly this one is uninhabitable, if not many of these homes out here suffering catastrophic damage. The roofs almost completely blown off of many of them. You can see litter, debris just littered all over the place. One of the eerie things are when that tornado crossed 430 yesterday, we immediately got numerous reports from folks there on the ground and storm chasers of cars flipped over. We saw those, many of those still in those same locations as we drove in early this morning. National Guard was providing security. This is the same area that did have some reports of looting before sunset last night. So the National Guard on scene, making sure the scene stays secure. Let me show you something that I just found so eerie. This car was just recently purchased. I can tell that because it has temporary tags. Obviously the car didn't park in this spot. It probably tumbled a little bit. All the windows are busted out, and all morning long, even still right now, the dome light is still on, running off battery power. Certainly hope whoever was in this vehicle was able to seek shelter. We don't know if there was any reports of injuries from this area, certainly likely so. Around me, you can see the community is really starting to wake up. There's a lot of folks starting to move into this area. You've got chainsaw crews. I can see more generators being pulled in. Folks in the shopping center, they've got construction crews trying to just move the debris. These are some seriously large trees that are down. They've now cleared the road, so we do have access in and out of the community, but authorities continue reminding folks, if you don't have business here, please don't come. Keep the roads open for those that are going to be affected by the area, those that live here, trying to return just to pick up the pieces, and certainly take advantage of the dry weather that we've got the next couple of days, because we know, as Corrales has mentioned this morning, more rain, more storms likely on the way next week.
Golly, Scott, I just know how busy that area is too. And these storms, the timing, buddy, I don't think they could have been worse. And I cannot believe in Little Rock there were no fatalities yesterday. I'm amazed, and I'm so grateful and so appreciative that that did not happen too, because you do traffic for that area every single morning, and I see, can you believe the damage you're seeing right now of an area that we know so well and that you see every single day?
No. Hayden, no. It's very difficult to see. It's very difficult to know what life is like in this area at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll speak for the entire weather team. Our top of mind, not only the residents here, but we were so concerned for school kids. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. PCSSD held those kids in class, and they kept them safe in the school building so that they weren't sent home on the roads while this was passing through. They kept them there so that they weren't in their homes alone without their parents. And so I think of those things, and that was an incredibly smart move on their part. And I just want to make that clear. Hayden, what a terrible time, any time for a tornado, but we're talking about one of the most densely populated areas. Numerous homes, subdivisions. There's an apartment complex right to my back over here that likely suffered significant damage. Most of those folks probably don't have a place to sleep tonight as a result of that. The amount of traffic that are on these roads at that time of the day is just horrifying. And as you saw that tornado come, we had a live shot from RView 11. Of course, that's our camera in downtown Little Rock on top of the Simmons Bank Tower, and it gave us the perfect view directly into that monster as it raced across West Little Rock, and we knew it was going to cross 430. You were looking at traffic cams, and you saw people traveling seemingly unaware that danger was imminent. So I think your question was reflect on that. Hayden, it was horrifying to see that coming through, to see this damage, to know what life is typically like in this community and in this neighborhood. And it certainly won't be that way ever again, and certainly not in the next several weeks to months.
Buddy, I know you drive that area every single day. When you come to work, you drive down 430. For me, you kept a lot of people safe yesterday. Kept me safe, my wife safe, my family safe. We live right there. Thanks, buddy. Well done.